Oh, all right. We're on. So, just got back last week from taking my daughter to college down in Arizona. We drove from the Seattle area all the way down there. We drove down through Boise and down through Nevada, and along the way we stopped off in Rachel, Nevada, where A'Le Inn is, which is pretty cool. You might have seen it in the movie Paul, or you might have heard about it on some sort of, usually on conspiracy theory documentaries around Area 51 and Groom Lake and things like that. So it was actually really, really cool. The Little A'Le Inn is a series of trailers that are parked out there in Rachel, Nevada. The hotel part is just a series. It's very trailer chic, but it's kind of cool. A lot of cool decorations. I'll intersperse this video with a whole bunch of the photos and things like that we took and some of the video that we took. They asked us not to take video in the place, which is fine. I've seen some YouTube videos where people kind of snuck in with their cameras and stuff like that, but I wanted to respect them for that. Maybe they've got their own reasons, but in any case, they said photos were fine, and so I'll go ahead and put some of those photos in this during this thing there. We did some shopping, of course, where we picked up this little challenge coin, which is kind of cool. I was collecting those things. A couple mouse pads. Kind of talking about, of course, a Little A'Le Inn, and then playing off how close they are to Area 51. There's a book on Area 51 that I picked up as well. I recommend you get that. It's actually a really good read. So where were we? I was showing off the book here, talking about Area 51, where essentially they talk all a bit about the history and all the different cool things about the black mailbox, which is gone, by the way. You can't see it. You can make the drive out to the back gate of Area 51, which is really kind of neat. We did that little spiel there and drove up to the gate, and saw might have been a coincidence, but just as we were leaving, an unmarked truck was coming up to the gate with some men in black looking fellas. They didn't stop us or anything like that, since we didn't get out and take photos and fly a drone in the area, which the signs clearly say you should not do. But again, Area 51 was really neat. At nighttime, gorgeous. If I was the folks again running this place, I would put on little star watching parties and stuff like that, because coincidentally enough, after a storm rolled through, the lights went out in Rachel. Not that there were a lot. I mean, there's probably population like 50, if that, in this place. But when the lights went out, it was gorgeous at night. And we happened to be there when the Perseids were just starting to kind of kick up their meteor shower. So we saw about 10, 15, 20 meteors as we were standing out there, and you can see the dust cloud of the Milky Way galaxy in the sky, and you can see just millions of stars. It was gorgeous. No light pollution whatsoever in the area. So if you have a chance, step outside of the trailers there and look at the sky in the middle of the night, and you'll see some really, really gorgeous sky views. My daughter brought her 4-inch telescope along, and again, it was the time of year, it was the time where Mars was really, really close to Earth, so relatively close to Earth anyways. So we got a great view of Mars. We got a great view of Saturn. Looked at some stars, looked at the Milky Way galaxy, looked at the meteor shower. Absolutely fantastic view. So, again, well worth it. As long as you're careful on the drive. If you're driving at night, watch out for the cows. They cross the road at random places. We were doing it during the daytime, so we were able to slow down and watch the cows as they crossed the road, which was really kind of neat. Yeah, so if you're coming from the south, it's literally maybe only a few hours from Vegas. You drive up the Great Basin Highway, make the turn at Alamo, and you'll be there. If you come from the north, you'll be coming probably by Tonopah. But again, this is a long stretch of nowhere, so make sure your car's in good shape and that you have plenty of gas and water and snacks and everything else in case of a breakdown, because there will be some really long stretches where there was literally nobody driving by. We would drive for half hour, 45 minutes, an hour without seeing a single car. We did see a lot of cows. So that was pretty neat. So again, I'll be putting some of the videos and photos as tagged onto this little thing right here. Well worth the trip. Really cool place, and I think you'll have a good time. Especially if you're a conspiracy theorist or you're an X-Files fan, anything like that, you'll find it an interesting place to visit. Welcome to Rachel, Nevada. Here we are near Area 51, standing along the extraterrestrial highway here. Over there is Lil A'Le Inn, where we'll be staying the night. And we actually made the drive out to Area 51, which is in which direction? That direction, right?
Yeah.
We actually drove all the way. It's a dirt road for most of the way, but then the last quarter of a mile it's paved, and so we actually drove right up to the gate. And
Feds almost caught us.
the feds almost caught us, exactly, because too much of a coincidence. You can see just how few cars there are out here. It was just too much of a coincidence that an unmarked truck was pulling up just as we had turned around. I think if we had actually gotten out and started taking pictures and things like that, they probably would have stopped us and had something to say. So it was, there was an unmarked truck with some men in black looking fellas that drove by us just as we were leaving the area there. So it was kind of spooky. And over there again, Lil A'Le Inn, we're staying the night. We're going to trade some stories with the folks in there about Area 51. I'm sure they've got plenty of good stories. This will be cool.